I arrived at a large company for a job interview. The annual salary for that position was $1 million. However, everyone was shocked to see my condition. My clothes were dirty, and there were paint stains on my face. The company owner was not pleased to see me, but I made no excuses. I told the truth. I explained that I had been detained the previous night for not paying a traffic ticket, which is why I couldn't change my clothes. Hearing this, the owner mockingly asked, "If a man walked into an interview without a shirt and I gave him the job, what would you think?" I smiled and replied, "Then his pants must have been pretty great." Hearing my witty response, the owner burst out laughing, and I was given a chance to interview. But the real challenge began now. There were 20 interns in the company, and only one of us was going to get a permanent job. The biggest hurdle was that the internship was completely unpaid. The most daunting question before me was how I would support my son. Yet I refused to give up and started working the very next day. I would reach the office first every day and work with complete dedication. I finished my work early, just so I could pick up my son from school on time. The manager often sent me to run small errands like fetching coffee or doing other chores, but I never complained. After some time, my hardships mounted. Due to my inability to pay rent, my son and I were evicted from our home. We had nowhere left to live. That night, we took shelter in a public restroom. I spread papers on the floor so my son could sleep comfortably. When someone knocked on the door during the night, I sat silently, covering my son's ears. I had faced every challenge with courage until now, but I was completely broken inside that night. Yet I did not give up. During the day, I worked with all my might, and at night, I stood in lines with my son to secure a spot in a homeless shelter. Once my son fell asleep, I would sit under a dim light to study and learn new things. To make up for the lack of money, I even started selling my blood. With that meager money, I somehow managed to sustain myself and my son. One day, I got an opportunity to meet a high-profile client. The client asked me to reach his office within 20 minutes. I left immediately, but on the way, the manager assigned me another task. By the time I reached the client's office, the client had already left. I was disappointed, but I didn't lose hope. Over the weekend, I went straight to the client's house with my son and apologized for the delay. Seeing my sheer dedication, the client was deeply impressed. Although he didn't give me a direct deal right away, he introduced me to several new clients. Slowly but surely, my hard work began to pay off. Finally, the last day of the internship arrived. The manager called me into his office. To ease my anxiety, I joked, "I wore a shirt today, since it's the last day after all." The manager smiled and said, "Wear it tomorrow as well, because your job starts tomorrow." Hearing this, I fell silent for a few moments. Tears of joy welled up in my eyes. After immense struggle and countless hardships, my hard work had finally succeeded. I walked out of the office, clapped for myself, and moved forward with a smile. That day, I became certain that hard work and patience always bear fruit sooner or later. This is my true story. No matter how difficult life gets, never give up on yourself. If you believe better days are coming, comment. I would never quit.